Hi, this is Fish on a Heater with Tournament Takeaway, coming to you from what I believe is the surface of the sun. It is summer here in the southern hemisphere, and for the last 3 days in a row at the time of recording this, it has hit at least 45 degrees Celsius in our city, which in Fahrenheit, for anyone who might be watching in America, is 113. 3 days in a row. So I have to get this done fairly quickly because my car's outside and I've got to rotate the wheels before they melt to the driveway. This is the kind of sequel to the video I brought out a couple of weeks ago, which was in Go Stadium. It was our best of 5 playoff match, me versus Kanzo. I'll put a link somewhere, whether they're in the comments or kind of up there somewhere, down there, whatever. Link will be somewhere if you want to see that. I won the first match, he won the second, I won the third that we filmed the video about, he won the fourth. It came down to this, the fifth and final one. Winner of this would go towards the Ranger tier, the higher tier of Season 2 of Go Stadium. The loser would go to the Rising Star, which is still an achievement because you still have to beat other people to get to that lobby. But obviously it's not as good as Ranger. So it was all on the line here. Here we go. Here's the match. What speed are we at? We are, 1.5 times. So, lead is Skarmory versus Swampert. Not a good start. Kanzo does save up enough energy for 2 Hydro Cannons. I managed to get in a fast move before that first Hydro Cannon comes out, and a second fast move. That made a huge difference. Because now I managed to get to another Sky Attack before Kanzo can get out his third Hydro Cannon. I'm terrible at the flying charge animation, by the way. I hate it. I can't get all those targets to save myself. I let the Skarmory go down, and now I'm faced with a decision here. I've got Frostlass and Meganium in the back, and whatever I bring out, I'm gonna faint the Swampert pretty quickly. So which one do I want to give a small energy boost to? I figured the Meganium its real job is to take out Swampert. So because I'm about to do that, not really much point in giving that the energy, so I opted to bring out Frostlass. Takes out the Swampert. And here's Medicham. Now I know Kanzo is a good trainer. I know that he knows that Medicham not good against Frostlass. So the fact that he brought it out here told me something. And many of you might have figured out what it is. If you haven't, I won't say it yet. See if you can work it out. I build up some extra energy and then fire a shield bait. And it works. That, for me, got me real excited. I figured, I think I'm home here. Whatever this was, I was going to shield it. I don't care if he gave me the shield bait, which he did. Because then here comes Shadow Ball. And out comes Altaria. No shields. Avalanche. Double super effective. Knocks it out of the sky. So I won the 5th matchup. We went and informed our lobby what the result was. I got shunted off to a new lobby where I am now building up friendships with people who are much better than me. And Kanzo still got to go to Rising Star tier, which is as I said before, an achievement. There were 2 major things that kind of flipped the battle in my favor there. One was that I managed to get 3 Sky Attacks off with the Skarmory. The second was when that second shield was burned on the Medicham. I have I've filmed a few practice recreation battles with someone from my local community. His name's Final Flash, and he is my nemesis. I've got like 3 of them. Him and I, basically, we're 1 and 2 on our local community leaderboard. We are both in the top 3,000 globally. I think we're like within 400 ranks of each other. And also, look, side note, at the start of Season 2, I was struggling a little with my battles. I had quite a low success rate, low win rate, and was languishing right at the bottom of trainer tier. I think doing these videos, I haven't been doing them for long, like a month and a bit, they, I think, have helped me a lot with learning kind of the deeper concepts, the finer, granular details behind tournament battles. Like I said, I'm now in the top 3,000 in the world, which I think is an achievement. I am proud of that achievement. It's top like 3% of all the people who do this PvP stuff. So, thanks for sharing that with me. I hope that people watching this can get as much from it as I have so far. We're mushiness aside, here is my practice recreation battle with Final Flash. Now, I'm just going to skip ahead of the Swampert Skarmory battle because I told him exactly how it went down and he recreated it to the letter. But now here's where we start changing things up. For some reason, he managed to get the power-up punch off first. Maybe the reason that I get the avalanche off first in the original battle is because he was trying to get up to a psychic, didn't think he'd be able to do it, and then went for or maybe he built up enough to a psychic and then did the power-up punch then. That's probably the more likely situation. Another power-up punch. And so here, Flash is going to keep his shield. He's got Altaria in the back. My computer's heating up something shocking, so sorry about any lag you might see. Now, I managed to get to an avalanche really quickly, but it goes shielded, and look at how much damage that Dragon Breath is doing. It's just melting my HP. And at this point, a sky attack is probably superfluous. Like, he wasn't gonna risk just trying to fake me down with fast attacks when I could fire off an avalanche any second. And then in comes Meganium like, oh, don't worry, I'll save you. And Altaria's like, nah, mate. Get out of here. So keeping that shield for the Altaria just makes the hugest difference. We did it again. And in this one, I went straight for Shadow Ball on the Medicham. Forgot this goes well. Let me skip ahead. Whoop. You can see that. That's a spoiler there. I went straight for Shadow Ball on the Medicham. Knock it out. Almost. Managed to get off another power punch. And I used the shield there just to kind of keep it as original as possible. Like, didn't want to kind of introduce any new variables to this experiment. So out comes the Altaria. I'm at like 3/4 health. And again, that Dragon Breath is just melting me down. I didn't have shields left at this time. And the Sky Attack takes me out. And then out comes Meganium. Just headbutting Altaria into submission. What a derpy Pokemon. funny story. I asked Final Flash if he wanted to be in one of my videos, and he's like, yeah, sure. And so I go, okay. I went up against a Medicham with counter, power up, punch, psychic, and he looks at his many hundo Medichams and goes, yeah, look, I don't have that moveset. I've got pretty much everything but. And I go, oh yeah, alright, that's fine. I might try and find someone else. And he goes, no, it's alright, I'll use a TM. I'm like, alright, if you're sure. So he goes away, comes back 3 minutes later and says, okay, so it just kept going back and forth between Ice Punch and Dynamic Punch, and now I don't have any TMs left. So, RIP. We decided to still do it, because obviously we got some good footage there, but we had to kind of work around some situations. We couldn't... I wanted to recreate the situation where Medicham goes straight to Psychic and manages to get it through. I had to do that on Sims in the end, rather than doing it on video. So here is that. This is yeah, that's just how the original battle Skarmory and Swampert worked. You can see even with this, the battle took place before the nerf to Hydro Cannon. This sim obviously comes after that nerf. It's still achieving the same thing. Like, Swampert's still got very low health left. It takes 3 Hydro Cannons to take out the Skarmory. What the difference is here is I don't get off a third Sky attack in this sim, which is interesting. Frostlass versus Medicham, where Medicham gets the Psychic in unshielded. I do still manage to feint the Medicham, but with 6 HP left. That's not going to do much. Even though I've got the shield there, the Altaria is just going to melt the Frostlass. I didn't mean that to be a pun. Yeah, the Altaria is going to kick the Frostlass's butt, and really a shield and a Meganium versus an Altaria, still not going to do anything. So that confirms to me that shielding the charge move that Medicham threw at me, whether it was a shield bait or not, was the smarter thing to do. Here, what have we got? This is if I do shield the Psychic. I'm getting to the end with 75 health left, which is a bit over half. But you would have seen in the second video, when I went straight to the Shadow Ball and it got through, that I went into that Altaria matchup with even more health than that, and it still didn't make a difference. This is if I had gone 2 Avalanches, because the Avalanche ended up doing a lot more damage than what I thought it would. So the Medicham gets in 2 power-up punches, and I get to the end with 59 HP and no shields. All this is pointing to that idea that if that shield had been kept for the Altaria, things would have been a different story. Since kind of learning this, I have actually had a couple more battles where I've kind of taken that under advisement. I've kept a shield slightly longer than I would have, kind of hoping to keep it for a mon that I thought might need it more. And that has... that's gotten me the win in both of those games that I had. So, very handy thing to learn. That's our takeaway from this. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. For every like and subscribe I get, I'm going to yank a carbon atom out of the atmosphere and burn it in an environmentally friendly way. And that way, as soon as I get just 800 billion likes, that will effectively cure global warming. Scientifically sound. Remind me who didn't sign that Kyoto Agreement? Oh yeah, that's right, it was us. See you later.